Hello. I'm going to invite a few friends. Do, 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 do. Let's see who's around. And per usual, oh, hi, Dorothy. It's nice that you're here. Thank you for coming. Um, today, and I'll just start since you're here. Today is TipTop Tuesday. It's September 3rd, 2019. And I was reflecting on what the topic should be. And it came to me that the topic is twofold. One, listening, and two, observing. And what I mean by that is oftentimes our friends, our colleagues, acquaintances will have perceptions of us that we don't necessarily ever think about. And then when they say that, we sometimes get confused and say, is that really true? So I'm going to use me as an example. The reason I'm using me as an example is, one, I don't have to have a release signed because it's me, and I have a lot of inner awareness of how my little brain works. So there you go. So recently, a friend of mine who's not on Facebook commented on how assertive I am, which surprised me because I also know I can be quite timid in asking for things. So I thought, am I really that assertive? Certainly I'm opinionated. Certainly I talk like this, and I'm very straightforward in how I communicate. But is that really assertive? I love there's a plane going overhead. It's kind of cool. But anyway, moving forward, and we have a bird too, all in the air. So I had an opportunity a few days ago to have a woman who was coming to my house to do a census intake or something, although it turned out it was totally something different. And now we have a small plane going over. Don't you love it? They're all in the air. And I'm an air sign, so I consider that confirmation to keep talking, keep soaring. And so while we were talking, she had made some mistakes about even what house she was supposed to go to. And it wasn't the census, it was some kind of housing information. And she had gone to the house on the wrong block and left the information. So she comes to my house, and it turns out I'm not in the computer at all. So she tells me that we're in this kind of in the same boat. We're both discombobulated. And I'm thinking to myself, well, no, I don't feel discombobulated. I feel inconvenienced, and I still angry about that, I guess. Anyway, because she was like half an hour late. It just goes on and on because she went to the wrong house. The one that she's supposed to go to, I bet. Nobody was home. So I watched my behavior, and I realized that I'm not always assertive, but I am factual. I'm extremely factual in data. So what would appear to be being assertive was actually stating the facts. You're discombobulated, I'm inconvenienced. And I have often been very factual in reporting data, but not necessarily assertive. By recognizing this behavior in myself, I can look at the behavior and say, okay, would you like to be more assertive? Would you like to be able to communicate your needs better? And, with this fractured rib, I've had to really get real about my own finite needs. So that's been the blessing. But so that's my story, but we all have stories. We all have stories. And so the tip today is to listen to how other people perceive you and go inward and think about, is this really me? It doesn't quite feel right. My gut's saying it's not quite right. And then challenging yourself to go out and be the observer in your life and how you're interacting with people. So that's it. And being that I have always been assertive, I'm redefining myself as more assertive. I'm going to be working on that. But anyway, a friend of mine, we've been friends for years, told me she did not know that if she missed a TipTop Tuesday, that I have a YouTube channel, and it's all neatly laid out, and it's on the playlist, and there's like tips for the last 2 years, and except for maybe the last couple, they're all by headings, like what is the topic. So if you're ever interested in going out and seeing previous, oh yeah, so previous, hi Cynthia. Anyway, previous tip tops, they are on my YouTube channel, and I will be posting my YouTube channel below. That's it. Oh, and I did this video, well, I had this idea how my video was going to go for the turn art that I do. And this amazing 12-year-old child that I've known for years just outdid himself and had an idea. And so I would encourage you to go through my feed and see this video that this 12-year-old, I mean, I was involved too. I had my say, but he also had some excellent points, excellent ideas, things that he wanted to do with the turn art, which was the whole purpose of doing this. The whole purpose was having someone go and interact with the art, and he did that in amazement. I mean, it's like, oh, okay. Well, what do you think about this? Oh, okay. So what would normally take me 3 days to do, he was done in an hour, hour and a half an hour doing the little finishing touches with sound, with movement. I mean, boom, 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 boom. Pretty amazing. Anyway, so that's it. So the tip today is pay attention to how people perceive you. Then go inward and say, is that accurate? Or if that's the behavior I'm projecting, what am I actually feeling? Or what am I actually doing? And then the next step is to observe yourself in that, in a setting where you are exhibiting the behavior, but is it really why you're doing it, or what is the goal? So that's it. So take care. Bye. And see you next week. Doo, doo, doo.